Hello, my name is Collection Connoisseur. I collect digital thingamabobs in video games, and today I'm playing Slay the Spire. The challenge run for today is a One Relic Run, which means that I can never have more than one relic. This is very similar to the Who Needs Relics in-game achievement. It's technically slightly harder than that, because that one you win if you have one relic at the end of the run, meaning that you could get an additional one and then lose it and still win. But honestly, it's very slightly harder because I don't know anybody that gets the Who Needs Relics achievement by getting an extra relic and then losing one. So in ours, we can only have one relic the whole time. I have run this challenge twice before, or well, once before I guess, one stream before, and we've won with the Ironclad on Ascension 2. I'm hoping to defeat that to set a new personal best, and we're going to start with the Watcher, who I've never run this challenge with. The Watcher, I'm going to start on Ascension 4, because I think we can do it on Ascension 4, and that would definitely set a personal best, which means it will be harder for me to beat that in the future. So let's start with the Watcher on Ascension 4. So Ascension 4 means everything deals more damage. Normal enemies deal more damage, elites deal more damage, and bosses deal more damage. So, the real question is, what do we choose here? Now, there is one that I want to choose, and I'm still deciding whether I actually choose it. The one that I want to choose is this bottom one. Lose your starting relic, obtain a random boss relic. The only reason that I'm wondering whether I should do that is because one of the possible boss relics is the Calling Bell, which gives you a curse and gives you 3 relics, which I would have to decline all 3 relics. And that would be a major negative for the run. There are other ones which would also be quite negative for the run. Technically, if we got Busted Crown, that would be pretty bad, but almost everything else would be really nice. Better, I think, than the Pure Water. So I really do want to choose that. Let's look at our map. So I see a pretty nice path, actually. We can go up this direction to this fire, go to that elite right after the fire. Actually, elites don't do a ton for us, but we're forced into going to one of these elites. So we can go to that one. And then that also means we can go to this shop later in the act. So I like that. I like that path a lot. I think what I want to do is lose the starting relic and go for it. So let's do that, and let's hope that we don't get Calling Bell, which would really mess with my ability to beat this challenge. Alright, we got Sacred Bark, double the effectiveness of potions. That is quite nice. Doesn't do anything for us until we get a potion, but once we do, that is quite nice. I'm pretty happy with that. I'm happier with that than the relic that we had. That does mean that we will be stuck on 3 energy the entire run. That is kind of expected. I was either going to be stuck on 3 or 4 energy. We're stuck on 3. How much do I believe that we can beat this without taking damage? I think we can beat this one without taking damage. So let's try. That would mean that we defend. Let's see here. Next turn we can play all 3 of those, which would be 12 plus 9 is 20. I'm sorry, 24 plus 9 is 33. So we just do a strike, 2 defends, and we get out of this first battle, no damage taken. Wonderful. Good so far. Hey, the Cultist Potion. Instead of giving me 1 ritual, it gives me 2 ritual because of our Sacred Bark. That's quite nice. That's basically a boss killing relic. If we need it for the Act 1 boss, we'll use it then. If not, I will probably want to keep that for the Act 2 boss. So this is a difficult decision. I really want to take Wheel Kick because Wheel Kick does do a lot of damage. On the other hand, drawing 2 cards doesn't do a lot if you can't use energy on those cards. We're stuck at 3 energy and Wheel Kick costs 2. So we're not going to have a whole lot of energy to work with. Same problem with fasting. It gives you a lot of benefits, but it means that you are 1 energy short, which means I'm going to be stuck at 2 energy if I take fasting and use it. So both of those are difficult to choose when we're stuck on energy like we are. However, Wheel Kick is a pretty big increase in our deck's power right now. So I think I'll take it anyway. But really, drawing 2 cards after spending 2 of our 3 energy is a little bit underwhelming. A little bit underwhelming. How do I want to do this? Do I want to take the event and then the enemy? I guess I don't need to decide yet. The Jawworm. The Jawworm could be a little bit more problematic for us. I think I'm only going to defend twice here. Take 2 damage, because I think we might take all of that damage. Now, the next question is, do I Vigilance? I don't think I do. Let's put in the damage. How much did it defend for? Okay, well, unfortunately it defended for 6. It could have defended for 5. If it had defended for 5, Wheel Kick plus Strike would win. But unfortunately, Wheel Kick plus Strike now sets the Jawworm to 1 health. So the best we can do is actually Wheel Kick defend here. Defeat it next turn, hopefully, and take 11 more damage, which is quite sad. Oh, wait a minute. If I did Eruption Strike, that would also set the Jawworm to 1. That's sad. I think I should have used Vigilance in the last turn, by the way. If I used Vigilance last turn, I think I would have won this turn. But instead, we take 11 more damage from Jawworm, which is sad. Okay, I do really like Pressure Points decks. Pressure Points decks are one of my favorite ways to play the Watcher. It's hard to put them together, because you need to get a lot of pressure points. And honestly, with 3 energy, it's not the best way to go, because kind of the best way to go with 3 energy is to go for something where you're swapping stances a lot, so that you can gain more energy than you would be able to get. So I really want the pressure points, but I'm questioning whether I should take it. Maybe I should just take Bowling Bash, which is a pretty solid attack card. It basically handles some of the multi-enemy fights that we're going to run into. So Bowling Bash is definitely an option, but I love my pressure points. I think I'm going to have to leave the pressure points behind this time and do Bowling Bash. Hello Gabriel, welcome to the stream. Now then, let's uncheck these because we are not going that way. Hey, and we chose Bowling Bash. We didn't draw it, so it actually does not help here. But we can Wheel Kick this, strike, and this enemy is already solved. Dexterity Potion. Gain 4 Dexterity because of the Sacred Bark. That's a pretty good one, especially if we run into the Sentries as one of our elites. So, Deva Form. Deva Form is interesting here. Also, Ivan, welcome to the stream. So Deva Form means that we could not be on 3 energy the entire time. However, that would require me to spend 3 energy on Deva Form during one of the turns. And since we can't have any more relics, we can't even get relics that would give me extra energy once. But still, I kind of like it. I kind of like getting the Deva form here. Most battles, we will not play it. But some battles, particularly boss battles, it will make the wheel kick that we already have in our deck much more powerful. Yeah, I think this is more or less a solution to some of the boss and elite battles that we're going to run into. We still need a solution for some of the normal battles and the other elite battles, though. So for example, we're not playing Deva form here. We do have the Bowling Bash, so I'm tempted to do Defend, Defend, Strike. That means that we will have Bowling Bash to take care of one of them at a future turn, and only take 2 damage here. That's instead of Wheel Kick plus Defend. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. Defend, Defend, Strike, and probably strike the least healthy one. Bowling Bash does 14 damage. That means we can take this one out, and then we have Eruption Strike to win next turn. So Bowling Bash, Strike, Strike, and next turn we know we've got what we need. There's a Crescendo. Crescendo is interesting to me. Windmill Strike is kinda slow. It's not terrible, but it is kind of slow. And it would be another 2-cost cards. I've added a 2-cost, a 1-cost, and a 3-cost. So on average, every card that I've added to the deck costs 2. And adding Windmill Strike would continue that, even though I'm stuck on 3 energy. I think I'm much more interested in Crescendo, so we can go into Wrath when we need to. It also works pretty well with the idea of going toward a Stance deck, which I believe is what we really want to do in order to deal with only having 3 energy. So let's take another event. Ooh, a shop. Wonderful. Now, there's a few things in this shop that I really like. One of them is Talk to the Hand. Talk to the Hand is a pretty excellent card in a Watcher deck. It's a way to gain block while dealing attack damage. That's always nice. There is the Prismatic Shard, which basically adds a ton of fun to the run, if not being necessarily the most strategic choice. And there is removing a card. Technically, Swivel is also not bad. It costs 2, but it does make the next thing that you play, the next attack that you play, free, which works well with Wheel Kick. So those are what I'm looking at. What can I afford of those? I kind of want to take the Talk to the Hand because it's pretty cheap. If I take the Talk to the Hand, I cannot take Prismatic Shard. And then I think I'd be stuck in card remove, which is nice. I want to remove a card. So Talk to the Hand, remove a card. And this early, with a Watcher deck, I probably want to remove a Defend. Let's remove the Defend. I could afford a follow-up, but honestly, I'd rather save my money for a future shop, that one right there, which hopefully we'll have enough money when we get there to remove another card. Okay, we are definitely smithing. This smith is very easy. The only thing I can smith in my deck that saves me energy is Eruption. So let's smith Eruption. And our first elite. Our first elite is Gremlin Knob. Honestly, probably one of the better ones to run into for a Watcher deck this early. I could draw very poorly next turn. If I drew those top 5 cards next turn, it wouldn't be great. But I think I do want to end up in Eruption. So let's go into Eruption. The question is, do we play Talk to the Hand, or do we just play our strikes? Talk to the Hand means that we gain block. So that could save some health, but if we end up 2 damage short at the end of the fight, we would wish that we didn't play this. I think we're not going to run into 2 damage off at the end of the fight. Hello, Blake. Welcome to the stream. So this was kind of what I did not want to see this turn. Still, even this is not so bad. We know we're drawing Wheel Kick next turn. We know we're drawing Bowling Bash next turn. So a strike here gives us 2 block. We know that we have enough damage in our next turn to defeat the Gremlin Knob. So now the question is, how can we take the least amount of damage this turn? I mean, obviously, the least amount is for me to use this Dexterity Potion, but I don't think that's worth it. If I play a Defend, Gremlin Knob goes up by 2 strength, which, because we're in Wrath, that means he deals 4 more damage. So a Defend essentially blocks me for 1. That is not as good as striking again and getting 2 block. So there we go. That's the most we could block. We're taking 11. And Wheel Kick to win. Demaru. At the start of our turn, we gain 1 mantra. That's nice, but we can't pick it up. Have to remind myself. This is a One Relic Run. We cannot pick Demaru. In fact, the only benefit of going to Elites is the extra gold and the better chance of rare cards. I'm very interested in both Empty Fist and Wallop here. Even with 3 energy, stuck on 3 energy, Collect is just not that useful to me. It's not terrible. It's just not great. And the upgrade for Collect is not much better, honestly. So, I'm mostly interested in Empty Fist and Wallop. Empty Fist does a lot of damage, especially with an upgrade. The upgrade gains 5 damage on a 1-cost card. That's pretty significant. Wallop is another way to gain block. It's kind of both a damage card and a block card in one, which is especially good because it scales with Wrath. I think that I do want the Wallop. Let's take Wallop. And we have to skip the Relic. Goodbye, Demaru. Don't really feel the need to rest, so let's smith again. And smithing, I have a few options. Crescendo makes it cost 0, which is nice when we only have 3 energy. By the way, the Deva form upgrade removes Ethereal, which is not what I want. Typically, we want it to burn itself away because we don't play it in normal enemy battles. And so in the normal enemy battles, we don't play it and we only have to draw it once. So, the ones that I'm thinking of are basically the bottom 3. Crescendo makes it cost 0. Talk to the Hand means we gain more block from every attack. And Wallop does more damage. And therefore gains more block. Other things to think about, the Bowling Bash has a pretty nice upgrade. It's 3 damage more, but that's multiplied by how many enemies there are in the combat. Wheel Kick is fine. It does 5 more damage, which is good, but it's on a 2-cost card, so that reduces that benefit a little bit. My internet. Alright, so we've successfully reconnected. It looks like I'm still having trouble with my internet, so it has cut out during stream sometimes. It looks like this will be another stream, unfortunately. But in case you missed it, what I upgraded was Crescendo there. And let's move on. Now remember, we cannot get the Relic in this, which means we're going to get the gold and the key. And that's it. Alright, we cannot obtain the relic. Not that I would normally click that button. I think I want a donut. Let's take a donut. Now, we did not get enough money to remove another card, unfortunately. But there are some nice cards in here. For one, we could take an Empty Fist. We could take Prostrate. Prostrate is pretty nice. We didn't get the Damaru, which makes Prostrate worse. I'm thinking of the fact that we found Damaru, but we didn't actually take it, so it's not as good as I'm thinking. The Foreign Influence is not bad. The upgrade makes the thing cost 0 that you get. That's not bad. Mental Fortress works for what I'm trying to do eventually, but we honestly don't have that eventuality yet. I think I'd take an Empty Fist, because Mental Fortress is what I want once we already have something like an Empty Fist in the deck. Let's get an Empty Fist. And otherwise, I'm saving the money. For a future remove, most likely. And what are we smithing now? I could smith that Empty Fist. I do really like the upgrade to Empty Fist. So let's do that. 5 more damage. Now, choices. We could go this way, which is a event, most likely, and a normal enemy. Or we could go for the Burning Elite. I feel very confident in defeating the Burning Elite, especially with my potions and the Sacred Bark. However, defeating the Burning Elite doesn't give you anything better than a card, like you would a normal elite. It's not a whole lot better than a normal enemy when you can't take extra relics. On the other hand, if we defeat the Burning Elite this act, it will never show up again, and we'll have the key in case we're trying to go into Act 4, which I might go. That shop is not useless, but it's probably not great, considering we just spent some money. Still, seeing more cards there is good. And getting hurt at this Burning Elite isn't that bad, because our boss here is one that you're almost better off going in with lower health. Let's do it. Burning Elite it is. This is not a bad Burning Elite to run into. I guess it has more health than normal. That's okay. I might use my Dexterity Potion in this one. Otherwise, this first turn is pretty good. We can play the Talk to the Hand and the Vigilance and not wake up Lagavulin. So, do we want to play anything this turn? No, what we would really like to do is get to next turn and play our power. Deva form. There we go. Alright. So now we're going to have extra energy every turn. And we can go into Wrath when we want. I believe that I will be using this Dexterity Potion in this battle. So, defend, defend. Let's not go into Wrath. Fully block. Deal a little bit of damage. So this time, Wallop does a fair amount of damage. We could Empty Fist. We could do Crescendo, Strike, Strike, Wallop, Empty Fist. That's actually very good. Good amount of damage. And we've got Wheel Kick next turn. That's good. So Crescendo, Strike, Strike, Wallop, Empty Fist. We only have 56 damage left to do. Wheel Kick this turn lets us draw 2 more cards. It's very nice when we have a lot of energy to spend. I probably want to go into Vigilance. Actually, the reason to go into Vigilance is so that we have extra energy. We don't really need it when we have Deva form. So let's just deal damage. And the most damage we can deal is Wallop, Strike, Strike. Looks like Eruption Empty Fist wins this one. So that ended up being a pretty easy battle. And although we used the potion only helped us in the one turn, I think. So there we go. We got our gold. Cannot click the Torii Ornithopter, don't click that. Emerald Key, Liquid Memories, that's a pretty nice potion, especially doubled. And Carve Reality isn't bad. But honestly, Third Eye, getting that Scry and a pretty decent block card for 1 energy, I think I want that. Alright, can we afford anything with our 85? We can afford to like water, which doesn't really do a lot in the deck that we have so far. Just lucky is okay. I think I'm going to skip this shop. I kind of want the energy potion. Kind of. But we'll get potions. We'll get potions from battles, so let's just leave this shop be. And I feel no reason not to smith again. Let's smith. What I said I wanted for Act 2 was Bowling Bash. Let's upgrade Bowling Bash. It's kind of the best card in our deck for Act 2. So let's make it better. Alright, Hexaghost is our first boss. I'm very interested in playing Eruption Wheel Kick, but that could turn out very poor. Very poorly if we don't draw Empty Fist or Vigilance. Actually, if we drew Wallop, it would be fine too. So that's 1, 2, 3 cards that we could draw that would be good. But if we don't draw any of those 3 cards, I think we just lose if I end up in Eruption this turn. And if we drew any of those cards with Wheel Kick, it would be especially bad. So let's not do that. Let's just do a Wheel Kick. And talk to the hand. That's nice. What I really want to do is play Devaform here. It seems like that's not the best plan. I could use my Liquid Memories to get block after playing Devaform this turn. Or I could play Wallop Strike and get block for this turn. And not use Devaform in this boss battle. It's not great, but I think that's the way. So we could play Vigilance. We could play Vigilance and Empty Fist. Do I want to play Empty Fist first? Yes, I do. I could even play Crescendo. I think I want the Crescendo for later in the battle. Let's go Vigilance, Empty Fist this turn, the Empty Fist first. Now we could use Crescendo. Crescendo, Strike, Strike, Empty Fist, Vigilance. That does a fair amount of damage. We end up in Calm again. I think I like that. We have nothing in our discard pile, so there's nothing to use Liquid Memories on this turn. But let's deal some damage. Strike, Strike, Empty Fist, Vigilance. Fully block. We still have a lot of damage to deal. I do want to play Eruption this turn. We will take some damage because I play Eruption this turn. However, Eruption this turn means that Wallop and Strike are especially good next turn. And we could even use Liquid Memories this turn, or next turn actually, to deal with next turn more. Let's do that. We really want to defeat this battle. does mean that we have... Actually, I didn't think of the extra energy that we would get there, so we're not taking any damage this turn. Very nice. So now we play... Well, we don't need Wallop. We play Wheel Kick. Wheel Kick and Strike. Play the Wheel Kick before the Strike, so that the Strike is not shuffled into the deck. We are still in Wrath. There are ways to get out of it if we need to get out of it this turn. Well, we got one of those in my hand, so that's nice. Probably want to play Empty Fist Vigilance. Can we win this turn? 20, 32, 50? 50 is not winning, so Empty Fist Vigilance, and we can go back into Wrath next turn if we need to. Empty Fist, Vigilance. Next turn we can go back into Wrath. We can go back into Wrath and back into Calm. Very nice. So, Eruption, Strike, Vigilance, and we don't even need to play the Defend. Now, we do kind of have to win this turn. Well, we don't necessarily, but we will, I think? We don't necessarily have to win this turn, because Wallop does get a fair amount of block, but we have just enough damage to win. Alright, and we kept our 2 potions. And we got another potion. Gained 24 block. That's very nice. Don't think that I want Wish. Scrawl is not bad. Scrawl works rather well for a lot of reasons. I like the Scrawl. Master Reality. We don't have anything that adds cards, so Master Reality does nothing for us currently. Let's get Scrawl. And then we can't take anything that's in this chest, so might as well just skip it. Alright, so where are we going in Act 2? Elites kind of do very little for us. We want fires so that we can upgrade cards. Taking elites does only a little bit for us. It gets us more gold and more chance of rare cards, but otherwise the relic that they normally give is meaningless. I do want to go to a shop. I guess we can go to this one, which means we go up this way, take several fires. 3 fires right there means more upgrades. And would I like to have 2 events or 1 event? Probably only 1. Let's take more normal enemies so that we can gain more cards. This enemy is not my favorite. We can Vigilance Strike this turn. That seems kind of weak. I guess we could do Eruption Vigilance instead. That's a little bit better. We could play Deva Form. Doesn't seem that great. So Eruption Vigilance is what we're doing this turn. Eruption Vigilance. Take 4 damage. We could play Scrawl. Scrawl would draw most of these cards. That would allow us to play Crescendo most likely. Yeah, I do like playing Scrawl here. Scrawl, we did get the Crescendo, so we get to play Crescendo. And we can play Wheel Kick so that we can get those 2 cards this turn. Wheel Kick also does a fair amount of damage, but it doesn't do as much damage as Bowling Bash, Strike. Actually, it does more damage than the strikes. Let's think about this. If I play Wheel Kick, we'll draw these 2 cards, and then I will definitely want to play Empty Fist. I would rather play Empty Fist next turn, but if I put Empty Fist off until next turn, that means that I'm playing not Wheel Kick, And instead of playing Wheel Kick, I'm playing a Strike, Bowling Bash, Talk to the Hand. So what I wouldn't play there is the Talk to the Hand and the Strike. So we're losing 8 damage by not playing Wheel Kick this turn. But we get the Empty Fist for next turn. I think that's worth it. I didn't do the math to see how much damage we're doing. But we very likely win next turn. We do win next turn, because we go Strike, Empty Fist. We took 4 damage during that battle. Flurry of Blows, kind of like Flurry of Blows here. It means every time we changed stances, we get to deal some damage. That's usually what it means. It does not work particularly well with Deva form, but it's not really the card for Deva form. So, do I take Flurry? If I don't take Flurry, do I take Deceive Reality? I don't think so. I'm going to take Flurry. Okay, we could take Apparitions. Are Apparitions good for us? We would have 5 of them. 5 Apparitions is kind of a lot of Apparitions. It's a lot of Apparitions. We don't get to play one along Deva form, ever. Unless we get energy due to changing between Calm and Wrath a few times. Still, Apparitions are very strong. Especially in a Watcher deck, because you can just remain in Wrath the whole time. Alright, let's take Apparitions. We have 5 cards that say you gain intangible when you play them. We have a pretty small deck with those 5 cards, so we kind of get to play one every turn. Like this turn, we could play an Apparition. If I play Apparition this turn, I take 2 damage, although I could block that with Defend. So here we go. Apparition, we go into Wrath, we play a Defend. And then next turn we try to do a bunch of damage. Ho ho! Didn't think about the fact that I was not going to draw an Apparition, maybe? That was actually very foolish. Luckily we have a block potion to protect me from my foolishness. Really should have thought that through. I did not think that through. Oh well, like I said, we do have the block potion to protect me from that foolishness. And then we have Apparitions this turn to make up for it. So, Apparition, Apparition, and Talk to the Hand. We have another Apparition. We can always play Empty Fist and get back into Wrath a future time, or I could play, let's play Apparition, or not Apparition. And I could have actually won that turn. Forgot about the Flurry of Blows that I had in the deck. Not that it matters. We ended up taking 1 damage in that, but we did use a potion. So I'm not too happy about what just happened. I think I will skip all of these cards. More 2-cost cards to not put in the deck. Now then, we cannot take the relics. Another Talk to the Hand is kind of nice. Rush Down isn't too bad. Whenever we enter Wrath, we draw cards. Or Card Remove. I really prefer the Card Remove here. So let's take Card Remove. At this point, I think I most want to remove strikes. The defends aren't great when we have apparitions. Yeah, the defends aren't great when we have apparitions. Maybe we remove a defend. Seems a little bit strange to remove another defend, but let's remove a defend. Because we have so many other block-ish cards. And Talk to the Hand basically provides the block that we need through attacks when we have apparitions. I like having 2 Talk to the Hands in a deck. So, we can say Eruption Empty Fist. Eruption Empty Fist is okay. If we play Scrawl instead, or in addition for that matter, if we play Scrawl, we will very likely draw at least 1 apparition. Do we need an apparition this turn? I mean, it'd be nice. On the other hand, we could do Wallop. That would give us 9 block. I really think a lot of these options are quite good. I wish that we had a way to get into Calm that did not cost 2. We need another way to get into Calm. Let's do Scrawl, though. And then the question is, do we play Apparition, Apparition, or do we play Apparition and 1 other card? I think we play Apparition and Eruption. So we took 2 damage this battle. Hopefully that's all the damage we're going to take. Wheel Kick will draw me more apparitions, most likely. Don't really want more apparitions. But Wheel Kick, Strike, and Flurry defeats the Cultist. Actually, just Wheel Kick, Strike does. Let's defeat the Cultist. We drew 1 apparition, but we also drew Crescendo. I guess we can't get into Calm, so Crescendo doesn't do much for us. And we have several apparitions this turn. 2 of them. Really wish I had more damage, but since we don't have the damage, let's play apparitions and Talk to the Hand. Taking another 1 damage here. But we are protected this turn. And Eruption is better than Strike. Wallop is good. Bowling Bash. Bowling Bash we upgraded. Bowling Bash is great. Alright, we took a little bit of damage that turn. Or that battle. Still don't want the Like Water. We don't really end up in Calm very often. And we do not need another Crescendo. Evaluate seems not useful for the deck we're building. Alright, moving on. I do want to smith more cards. I do really like smithing apparitions, but honestly, Scrawl is probably the best upgrade for us because it reduces the cost of Scrawl. Every time we've played Scrawl, we've had to deal with the fact we only have 2 energy left. And this makes it so that we have 3. The Book of Stabbing. Apparitions are pretty decent for the Book of Stabbing. The only problem is, even though they're pretty decent, you need to defeat the Book of Stabbing before you run out of apparitions. I think we can. Who's our boss, by the way? We are going to use the Cultist Potion for the boss. I will potentially use the Liquid Memories in this battle. So Apparition, Defend, Eruption. Ending up in Wrath this turn might be foolish. We did draw Apparitions. So Flurry of Blows. Let's play the Scrawl. Talk to the Hand is nice, but we could just play 3 Apparitions, which kind of solves the battle. potentially. Let's play 3 apparitions. And then we are taking 3 damage here. But after taking this 3 damage, we probably don't take any more damage. This turn we can play another apparition. Bowling Bash, Empty Fist. The Empty Fist gets us back Flurry of Blows. And we can play Crescendo next turn. Or this turn for that matter. If we play it this turn, we get back our Flurry of Blows. Also, I really thought that I had played a Talk to the Hand. Did I not play a Talk to the Hand? I have not. Alright. I thought we weren't taking any more damage because I thought we had played Talk to the Hand. Whoops. Alright, so here's a Talk to the Hand. That helps us not take more damage. And then we kind of have to win next turn. If we win this turn, it's also very good. So next turn, we are extremely likely to draw enough damage to win. And there's no reason not to play Empty Fist, I guess. And we're taking 1 more damage. I have been very poor at estimating how much damage this was going to deal me. It didn't deal that much, but it dealt more than we thought. Can't take the Ornamental Fan, that's a relic. Getting another Dexterity Potion is nice. And we ended up not using a potion in that battle, which is a little bit surprising. I'm considering this Swivel. Swivel or Halt are both kind of nice. The problem with Halt is that it doesn't do that much in a deck that has 5 apparitions and 2 Talk to the Hands. You usually don't need more block out of Halt. Swivel makes an attack cost 0, which could affect Wheel Kick or Wallop, and otherwise there's not a lot of attacks that we care about. I think I'm taking none of these. Alright. French Ferret points out that the Book of Stabbing is kind of a deck check. That's how I think of really all of the battles, but especially the elites, is the elites are usually a check that your deck actually does something that it needs to do. Book of Stabbing checks that you can kill things fast. And look at this, we can kill things fast. Our deck was pretty good at the Book of Stabbing. So I've noticed that we've been playing Wheel Kick a lot. And playing Wheel Kick a lot means that I'm pretty interested in upgrading it to do more damage. Let's do that. We can open this chest. It does not have any gold in it, unfortunately. That would be the only benefit out of opening the chest, because we can't take the relic. Snecko. No reason to play the apparition. 1 intangible this turn doesn't do anything for us. So let's just play Talk to the Hand, and we're playing Wheel Kick, because it does a lot of damage. Oh, you made all my cards cost 0? Thank you, Snecko. That was very kind of you. Very kind. I think the Snecko is supposed to be harder than this. Just a guess. I really like playing Scrawl, even though it costs 2. Playing Scrawl against Snecko is pretty nice because it has a pretty good chance of making things cost 0. Talk to the Hand, another apparition. Empty Fist would exit our stance, and Crescendo could put us back in a different stance. I do want to end up in Wrath at the end of this turn. The question is whether I want to play anything else. Let's see here. Don't need to end up in Wrath at the end of this turn because of Eruption there. Let's just play Empty Fist. We could play Flurry, but Flurry doesn't do that much damage, and it costs 1. I don't know what I want to do this turn. This turn is a hard turn. I want to play Crescendo and do some damage. But playing the Crescendo, it essentially costs 0 because we come out of Calm into Wrath. On the other hand, what I could do is just play 2 strikes this turn, a strike and a strike, and then next turn play the Eruption and have a lot of energy to use my cards with. Or I could play Empty Fist this turn, do more damage. Let's do Empty Fist this turn. We'll have more energy to work with because of Deva Form next turn. Oh, should have used more energy that turn. Whoops. Alright, well, the fact that Eruption costs 3 is not very nice, but we'll still play it. And we definitely play Empty Fist. There we go. That was a pretty simple Snecko fight, but I definitely confused myself a little bit, more than I needed to. Don't really want these cards. The Vulnerable from Crush Joint is nice, the 1 weak from Sash Whip is nice, but neither of them being upgraded means I kinda don't care about them too much. Let's go for upgraded ones. I still feel like we can smith no problem. And what do I smith now? I'm interested in smithing an Apparition. I'm also interested in smithing this Wallop. I think an Apparition comes first. Smithing the Apparitions makes them not have Ethereal, so they don't burn themselves out at the end of your turn. You can basically not play them until you need to. And then what do I want to do? I like taking events. We could go after this Elite. I think we're pretty decent at the Act 2 Elites at this point. Well, this one's easy. We cannot take relics, so we just leave. We cannot take relics, so we just leave. 2 nothing events in a row. And let's do another Elite. I'm interested in seeing more rare-ish cards. The Apparition is nice here. I'm very sad that I don't get to play Deva Form, though. The Deva Form not being played again is kind of annoying to me. And we can't get it back. You know, the one reason to upgrade Deva Form is so we could get it back with Liquid Memories. I should consider that. But if we play Deva Form here, we die. We actually take exactly enough damage to kill us. So no Deva Form, definitely Apparition. And then Wallop is better than Strike Defend, so we Wallop. Bowling Bash is quite nice. The fact that we did not draw an Apparition is not so nice. We could play Liquid Memories or Dexterity Potion here. Dexterity Potion only affects the defend, though. The Liquid Memories could get back a Wallop and either a Strike or a Defend. Let's definitely consider that. I think because we have so many Apparitions in the deck, this turn I want to play Talk to the Hand and Bowling Bash on this right Slaver. So that will get a fair amount of block for this turn. Of course, the Flurry of Blows there too. And then the Wallop doesn't quite kill this, but Wallop plus Strike does. So let's get Liquid Memories. Get back the Wallop. And we could get the Bowling Bash instead of the Strike, or instead of the Defend, but I think I'd rather save more health. So we're going to get Wallop and Defend back. That means that we... Oh, this doesn't do as much damage. We're weak, of course. I'm not doing as much damage as I think I'm doing because we're weak. So we don't actually defeat this right slaver, which means I should have taken back the bowling bash. That was a mistake. Oh well. Now this turn we do have our apparition. So playing the apparition is a must. Playing vigilance is pointless, I think. I think playing vigilance is pointless. This one is just trying to make us vulnerable again, and vulnerability doesn't affect us that much when we have apparitions. So even though I would normally take it out here, I might not. I could play Vigilance Eruption. That basically makes it so that Vigilance was free. And that would allow us to play Apparition and either Strike or Empty Fist. Yeah, so Vigilance. That also gives us the Flurry of Blows. Are we guaranteed to draw something next turn that gives us an apparition? The worst that we could draw next turn is Strike, Crescendo, Third Eye, Talk to the Hand, and Wheel Kick. That would allow us to play an apparition. So we can play an apparition no matter what next turn. Which means we don't have to kill this right one until next turn. And it's no problem. So we definitely play Eruption here. Eruption. We play Apparition, of course. Should have played the Flurry of Blows. Whoops. And then the real question is, do we play Empty Fist, which does a lot more damage, but puts us out of Wrath, or do we play Strike? I think we play Empty Fist. And the Flurry. Alright, we took one out. We did draw an apparition, as promised. And otherwise, we didn't draw a lot. We can play Wheel Kick. Let's play a Wheel Kick. Right? If I play a Wheel Kick, I have to spend the rest of my energy playing an apparition. I still want to play the Wheel Kick. So we play the Wheel Kick, we get the two block from hitting this one. And then we have to play an apparition here. And then the real question is what happens next turn. Do we draw our apparition or not? We do get Scrawl, so we have a pretty good chance. We did not draw an apparition, but we drew Vigilance. Next turn, we probably have Crescendo and some nice stuff, unless we draw only wounds, which is possible. We did not draw only wounds, but we draw mostly wounds. Take 2 more damage. And we can play Crescendo and Wallop and fully block this turn. So let's do that, do a bunch of damage. This also allows us to play Third Eye to make sure that we draw good things next turn. Although we don't need to, because we're guaranteed to draw a kill next turn. So there we go. Duvudal, we don't get to take that, that's a relic. Gambler's Brew is quite nice. The only problem with Gambler's Brew is it does not get affected by Sacred Bark. Ho-ho, Inner Peace. This is something that I wanted. A 1-cost way to get into Calm. Let's take it. I probably want to rest here. Yeah, let's rest here. It's a small heal because we don't have a ton of max health, and it's based on your max health. But I think we needed to rest there. These apparitions are quite unfortunate very early because I kind of have to play both of them so that I have intangible next turn. I could play Gambler's Brew to get rid of them, however, which seems like it might be the best way. Let's play Gambler's Brew. get rid of all of those. So the apparitions will be there later. There we go. That's nice. Let's play our Cultist Potion, as said I wanted to. Then we can play Eruption, Strike, and Inner Peace, along with a couple plays of Flurry of Blows. I really want to play Devaform. If we play Devaform, I run out of energy this turn. And I don't get it back. The only way to get it back is to play Empty Fist. So I could play Talk to the Hand, Empty Fist, Devaform. That would give me 2 block this turn. I really do want to play the Devaform. This is where Devaform and the Intangibility focus deck really doesn't go well together when you're only stuck on 3 energy. But the Devaform will be very useful in the rest of this battle. Very useful, especially with Scrawl and Wheel Kick. This is a hard choice. I could play Crescendo, Empty Fist, for example. That would deal more damage, but I would no longer have the Crescendo. Oh, we also have Flurry of Blows, so we would actually gain 4 block. 4 block is pretty decent. So let's play Talk to the Hand, Empty Fist to gain energy. Flurry of Blows there. We have 4 block and we play Devaform. Now we have energy figured out for hopefully the rest of the battle. Oh, he did take my Scrawl. I should have realized he would take that. We don't need to play this Apparition. The Wheel Kick probably just gives us more Apparitions, which is unfortunate. I'd much rather play those Apparitions next turn. So maybe we don't play Wheel Kick. I guess we play Wallop Vigilance. Seems weird, but apparently that's what we're doing. We knew that was going to take Talk to the Hand. And then we can play Apparition here, which is what we're going to do. The Flurry of Blows kills this one because of our potion that we use that increases strength by 2 every turn, our Ritual 2. So this kills one even though we're not in Wrath. And that gives us Scrawl. So now what we do is we play... I want to remain in Wrath, probably. So let's play Empty Fist first. Empty Fist, Flurry of Blows, then we play Crescendo, Flurry of Blows, and then we play Scrawl, so we draw maximum number of cards. We can play Apparition so that we would be intangible next turn. I don't think that's actually useful, because I don't think he's attacking next turn. I think he's buffing himself next turn. So let's not do that. If we don't do that, what's our least damaging attack? Our least damaging attack is Strike. Okay. Talk to the Hand is never going to be great. Might as well play it to get rid of it, I guess. It's never going to be great because the 3 artifact charges here, we have no way to get rid of those. And then Eruption and Strike is better than the rest. Oh, and another Strike. Don't forget how much energy we have. So he's buffing himself this turn, which is why the Apparitions were not very useful to play. Didn't really think about the fact that I would most likely draw an Apparition this turn. That would have been a reason to play it. The Wheel Kick, do we want to play something before Wheel Kick? Yes, we want to play Bowling Bash before Wheel Kick. And then we could play Eruption and Strike. and then Inner Peace so that we have a decent chance not to die next turn. The problem is next turn is going to be a big attack and we only have 12 health. So I think we actually need to stay in Wrath so we can win next turn. Or draw that Apparition that we still have in our deck. It was really a mistake not to play the Apparition last turn, by the way, because then this Apparition would extend the intangibility to next turn. So, Strike, Eruption, and all we have to do is draw well next turn. It's kind of risky, though. We drew well, which means we win. Alright. We get an Ancient Potion, gain 2 Artifact. 2 Artifact is kind of a lot of Artifact charges. And Devotion gives us Mantra every turn. Ragnarok is a big, expensive attack that deals lots of damage. Don't really like big, expensive attacks in this deck, though. We're already having energy problems. I mean, it's good after we play Deva Form, but before we play Deva Form, Ragnarok is not great. Still considering it, though. Do we want Ragnarok in this deck? The fact that we can't play it alongside Apparition makes it a lot worse. Yeah, I don't think we're taking it. Being stuck on 3 energy means that I'm not taking Ragnarok. Very sad. And no reason to open that chest. So let's keep going. Our boss is Time Eater. That's actually not too bad for the type of deck that we have. We do need a better blocking solution probably, however. And I don't know where we're going to get one. Going to fireplaces is good. Going to shops is good. Going to elites is probably not the best for us. And there's no late shops, so I guess what we do is we go this path and go to a couple fireplaces, go to only 1 elite this act. Let's do that. The apparitions should help us get through the normal enemies pretty easily, hopefully. Let's play Apparition, Flurry of Blows, and Scrawl here. So there's a bunch of apparitions. I don't know if I want to play all of those apparitions. Might be better to just play Talk to the Hand and a Strike. Let's play apparitions though. That will guarantee that we don't take more than 1 damage. It'd be nice not to take the 1, but we might be stuck taking that 1 damage. So let's not take more than 1. Wallop gives us block this turn, which might be nice. Let's not take 1 more damage. And Talk to the Hand kind of solves our block problem. Play that, and a Wheel Kick. And then the burn does not deal us 2 because of our intangible. So we had just enough block. And we win. Great. Next, do we take a Carve Reality? It does add a Smite to our hand, which seems pretty nice. The Sash Whip is possibly good, but I think the Carve Reality Plus is what we want. It is a basic attack card, however. It replaces a strike. Yeah, let's take it. I want to remove a strike now even more than I did before, though. Do we want to Dolly's Mirror? We can't. Dolly's Mirror is a relic. Get into your head. You cannot take relics. As much as I might want them. The Prostrate is definitely looking better than it was before, because gaining 4 block is enough when we're intangible, but only when we're intangible. The fruit juice. The fruit juice is actually looking quite nice. 10 max health? 10 max health could be quite significant for us. I think what I want to do is do card remove and fruit juice. Card remove, let's remove a strike. And fruit juice. Great. Now we have a lot more max health at our fingertips. This turn kind of hurts. I think we're playing our dexterity potion this turn. Dexterity potion this turn. Vigilance defend. Wallop is not bad. Both talk to the hands this early is kind of nice. It's just that whatever you put it on, you are incentivized to attack that one, and then it dies, and it loses the talk to the hand value. But still, talk to the hand, empty fist, plus wallop blocks for almost everything. We took 8. Now we finally get an apparition. Our first apparition, we've got 4 more in the last 10 cards. We could play Wheel Kick here. Or we could play Apparition Carve Reality. Apparition Carve Reality. We're going to play Third Eye. Let's play Third Eye first. So drawing both apparitions next turn is fine. Let's not draw that strike. And let's play Carve Reality. That gives us a smite for the future. And then this turn we can play Apparition Apparition. Consider playing Scrawl. Let's not play Scrawl this time. Now all we have to do is hit this Darkling very slightly to get our block. And we can play Smite, or we could wait until we're in Wrath to play Smite. Let's wait until we're in Wrath. Now then, we are taking a fair amount of damage this turn unless we play Bowling Bash, which would kill this one. And I don't like that. Maybe we play Wheel Kick. If we play Wheel Kick and we draw Inner Peace or Vigilance, it would be quite nice. So let's play Wheel Kick. We did not draw either of the things I wanted. But we did draw another way to gain block. So let's play an Apparition so that we're intangible next turn. And we're taking 1 damage here. Flurry. So if we kill this one, we will block fully. But also, we no longer have the free block from attacking that enemy. I do want to play Crescendo this turn. So let's start with a Flurry, not on that one, right? Unless we want to kill it this turn. Let's kill it this turn. Now we play our Crescendo. Get another Flurry back. And then I'm considering playing Scrawl. Let's do it. We unfortunately did not draw... Oh, apparently that was in our discard pile. The Bowling Bash is what I wanted to draw. Oh well, that was in our discard pile. Can't draw those. Do I want to end this turn in Calm? Because we're not intangible next turn. I could just end it with no stance. Or I could do Inner Peace plus Empty Fist and keep the turn going. Kind of like that. Or we could play Carve Reality, which gives us another Smite for next turn. I like that plan. So Carve Reality plus a Smite here. Can we win this turn? If I play a Smite here, we can't win this turn. But we can very likely win next turn. Because we have Eruption right there. So what we do is we play Inner Peace. That means that we've got the Smite in our hand. And then next turn we have 2 extra energy. And we can kill this one with Eruption. So the left one dies from Eruption. Let's do Flurry of Blows first. And we win. Alright. I got out of that taking some damage, but not a ton of damage. Oh man, do I want a follow-up? A follow-up plus? Adding more cards to the deck seems a little bit questionable. But follow-up is so nice when we have energy problems. I'm going to take it. I might regret that. Ooh, how confident do I feel? Wait a minute. This doesn't matter. We get a rare relic. We don't care about relics. Let's leave. I need to remember what challenge we're doing. Don't voluntarily hurt yourself for relics. Okay, Apparitions mainly solves the transient. Mainly solves the transient. So if we do an Apparition, we can do a Wallop and a Flurry of Blows. Our deck should be pretty good at this one. I unfortunately want to play Talk to the Hand and both Apparitions. Maybe we should play Talk to the Hand and only one of them. I don't think that's the way. I think we play 2 Apparitions, Talk to the Hand. We take 1 damage, but in the future, we will take no more damage in this fight. Because every turn we play at least 1 attack. So let's discard these so that we get our Apparitions more early in this fight. Yes, French Ferret is correct. The struggle with this challenge is mostly remembering to only take 1 relic. Especially because I really like my shiny things. I think what I'm going to do is play Scrawl here, and my reasoning for playing Scrawl, and I guess I might as well play Crescendo. My reason for playing Crescendo and Scrawl is so that we get back to the Apparition that we have in our discard pile soon enough. And you see, now I kind of want to play Wheel Kick, but if we do, we couldn't play the Apparition, so that would not be good for us. We could play Inner Peace and Empty Fist. Either way, with the deck that we have, I probably want to play to get out of Wrath. That's not usually what you want to do against the Transient, but I drew all of my damage cards here, so I want to be out of Wrath this turn. So we're playing Inner Peace or Empty Fist. We don't have another way to get out of our... Yeah, we can't get out of our stance. So playing Inner Peace doesn't really do anything compared to Empty Fist. So we play Empty Fist. And I guess we'll deal a bunch of damage because we can. So Bowling Bash, follow up Empty Fist. And then here's the turn where we really needed to draw this Apparition. We did, so we win. Great. We get a Fear Potion. Apply 6 Vulnerable. Very nice. We could get another Carve Reality. We could get another way to enter Wrath. Honestly, I don't want any of these. Even though they all have an upgrade on them. The big question is whether I'm going to rest at one of these fires, I guess. let's recall. So now we can go to Act 4 if we want. This is a chest with a relic that we cannot take. Now, do I smith or do I rest? Smithing would allow me to do more apparitions, upgraded. That's pretty nice. Otherwise, resting would mean we have a better chance to survive this elite, but maybe not a better chance to survive the Time Eater. Let's assume that we're going to beat that elite and instead smith an apparition. Does this chest have money in it? It does. We take the money, we skip the feather. Who would take a feather out of a chest anyway? Falling. This is potentially good. It turned out to not be my favorite. We definitely can't lose vigilance. One of the few ways we have to enter calm. Deva form is kind of my solution to boss battles, especially the upcoming Time Eater battle. So we're losing Flurry of Blows. Goodbye, Flurry. Ooh, what a difficult elite to run into. That hurts. How are we going to do this one? I guess we could go into Wrath this turn and exit Wrath this turn and kill both of those daggers. I guess that's my plan. I do not like this plan, but I don't know how we're going to do this otherwise, so we will use the 3 energy defeating these 2 daggers. I hate to use the Talk to the Hand here, but I think we want the Smite for next turn. So, Talk to the Hand, Carve Reality, and then Empty Fist to kill this one. We could stay in Wrath. That seems like possibly a terrible mistake. Let's not do that. Alright, and this turn is bad. Our best chance might be to play Wheel Kick and hope that we draw Apparition. That's not a great thing. We can play Wallop, but the Wallop only gets us a little bit of block, and we need more than that. So let's think about our possibilities here. One of the possibilities is that we play our Fruit Juice. That brings us up to 34. And then we just have to either kill this dagger or Wallop, and we survive this turn. So I guess the best option is to play Wheel Kick against the dagger, and then if we don't draw an Apparition, which we did, so we're fine, but if we did not draw an Apparition, we would have used our Fruit Juice right here. There's not a lot of reasons why I'm holding on to the Fruit Juice, except for there's no reason to use it until you need it. It's just kind of a good habit to not use your Fruit Juice until you need it. We need to play Apparition this turn. And then I guess Vigilance. There's another Apparition, although I'm kind of sad how quickly we're going through Apparitions and we're not dealing damage. That's not what I want. Scrawl would draw another Apparition. I guess we should. We could play Third Eye before the Scrawl to get rid of those 3 cards. But let's just draw it. And then the real question is, do we play the Apparition? Next turn we could get attacked, but more likely Reptimancer is going to be summoning more daggers. We have 1 Apparition left in the deck. I do really feel the need to deal damage to the Reptimancer. I guess we can play Carve Reality and Follow Up. Let's do that. Carve Reality, Follow Up. And then Apparition for safety. Most likely that Apparition was pointless because they're summoning daggers. Yep. I thought that might happen. At least we get Talk to the Hand. So now we can gain block by attacking. Next turn we're getting Eruption. Don't really want to play Empty Fist this turn because I want the energy that we get from exiting the stance next turn, I think. Actually, that might not do much. Alright, never mind. We're playing Empty Fist this turn. Oh no, we've got the 2 smites to play. Right. So we do play Empty Fist this turn. Empty Fist, Bowling Bash, and Wallop. So now this turn, we know we're going to play Apparition. And then we're going to play... what? We need to kill this thing. I said one thing and then I did another last turn, didn't I? That's not the best. Well, Eruption and Smite means that we can potentially kill next turn. We might need to use a potion. I should perhaps have already used a potion. So Smite does... ooh. Should have already used a potion. Also, that ancient potion would have been useful to play. We kind of need to kill that dagger. And if we kill the dagger, we're going to have trouble not taking damage this turn. So, if I had played Fear Potion earlier in the battle, I think we would have won this turn. Since I didn't, and since I kind of messed up 2 turns ago, we are in a predicament this turn, in which, even with the Fear Potion, I cannot kill the Reptimancer this turn. I can play Carve Reality, Smite, which will do essentially, what, 48 plus 22? 48 plus 22 is 70. So we can do 70 damage, which is not enough. It would have been enough if I had played the last 2 turns appropriately and used the Fear Potion. Since we're not in that case, since we made mistakes, the way that we can get out of this is defeat the dagger, end up in calm, use a fruit juice, and I think we still die. Oh no, even that we still die. Right? Yeah, I think I messed us up and we die this turn, because I messed up 2 turns ago. I'm thinking about any other possibilities though. We have all of these potions. The ancient potion does nothing this turn, so the fruit juice, let's just do that. We'll need that regardless. The fear potion. If we use the fear potion on the dagger, we could kill the dagger in 1 swing with a smite. That's the only way around this. We kill this in 1 hit with a smite. And then we use Inner Peace to get into calm so we're not taking so much damage. And then a defend makes it so that we survive with 1 health. That was the only way out of that. After the previous mistakes. The previous mistakes was the big problem there. I did make some previous mistakes. And then I think we die here, but we can do a fair amount of damage. So let's do a fair amount of damage and see where we go. we can Empty Fist. And then we die. Yeah. We can't do enough damage to survive. The most block that we can get is by playing Wallop. Wallop and Bowling Bash is the best we can do. Or actually, just one of those, I guess. And then we die. Alright. Very sad to lose there, especially because I know that we lost due to my own mistakes. I should have played the Fear Potion much earlier in that battle, knowing that that was going to be a hard battle. And for some reason, I messed up a turn. I talked through the turn, and then I did a different thing than what we decided on after talking through that turn. So that was an upsetting loss because of mistakes, really. So, we are going to play this again. Not with the Watcher this time, because we just played with the Watcher. Of the other characters, the worst one that I've done is with the Defect. On the Defect, we played on Ascension 3 and made it to floor 22. We just beat that with the Watcher, but still. So let's do the Defect, and we're going to play on Ascension 4. To beat our Defect personal best, all we have to do is get past floor, what did I say, 22? Yeah, floor 22. If we get to floor 22 or past it, we beat our Defect record. But to actually beat our record for the One Relic Run, we have to win. So, let's try to win. So immediately, we cannot take this center option here, where we get a random relic. We could remove a card, or we could transform 2 cards. I could lose the starting relic and obtain a boss relic, but honestly, I kind of like the cracked core. And getting more energy on the Defect is kind of the least important class, the least important character to get more energy on, because so many of its cards gives you energy. So, remove a card or transform 2 cards. Those are very similar options. Are we going to get a shop early? If we went this way, we'd have 2 shops early. Probably wouldn't do that. Very likely we're going this path. And if we're going that path, there are no shops in the first act. Which means, let's use our gold transforming 2 cards. I like to transform strikes on the Defect because Zap and Dual Cast do a lot of damage, so even if you get non-damaging cards, it's still okay. We got FTL and Cool-Headed. Not bad. Also not bad together. I like those cards. Let's go. So FTL here. Zap, Dual Cast. That's a good amount of damage the first turn, and we've got our lightning there. Very nice to draw FTL again. And Dual Cast again. Alright. No damage on the first one. Entropic Brew. That's a pretty spicy first potion. It fills all of your potion slots, so it's kind of like 3 potions in 1. And then Turbo is interesting because it gives us energy. Not as interesting as Genetic Algorithm, though. Getting Genetic Algorithm on the first floor? I like that. Let's take it. Jawworm. Very tempted to play Genetic Algorithm first turn here. I might do it. It might be smarter to do Cool-Headed Defend, Defend. Play Genetic Algorithm later in the battle. I think I will do this line. Let's defend, play Genetic Algorithm later. We do want to play it. So this turn is a fine turn to play Genetic Algorithm. And then, do I dual cast or do I strike? I think we dual cast. It does mean that dual cast no longer wins the fight, though, because the wrong type of orb is in front for that to work. But dual cast can give us block, which is good. And a strike wins. Leap is more block, stack is more block, recursion is not great until you have Dark Orb or Focus. Until you have those two things, recursion is kind of a bad card. So do I want more block already? I mean, kind of have a lot of block already. Let's skip these, just so that we have attack density in the deck early on. Defend, defend, strike would mean we maybe defeat this slime. On the other hand, we could play Zap and just get more passive damage. Let's get more passive damage, rather than go for a 50% on that small slime there. Dual cast is not bad here. And let's play the genetic algorithm. I think this one is mostly over. So let's put that out there. Yep. White noise adds a random power card. We could have another cool-headed, or we could have a claw. I do like my claw decks. I do like my claw decks. This isn't terrible for a claw deck so far. White noise might be better, but man, I like my claw. No reason to spend money to heal when we're already at full, so let's leave this guy. Silly cleric. So then, our genetic algorithm is already as good as a defend. Do I want to dual cast? Kind of do. Let's dual cast. Alright, it hit both of them. That might be the best. Can't really tell. Let's hit the one that's buffing itself. Gabriel says that white noise is always better. I mean, I like white noise a lot, to be fair. It's just that it's very random. And that could be good or bad. The only card in our deck is a defend. So I think we want to do defend, defend, zap here. And then dual cast may kill this one, or it could deal 16 damage to that one. I think both of those are very likely to win this one. Either way, I think I play FTL against the left fungi beast. Alright, now we're less likely to win. If we play dual cast, 15 damage will be coming our way. Which means we're always going to play a cool-headed. And now we do win. Alright. We were guaranteed to win once we drew that strike. A hologram. Hologram is great with a claw in your discard. Let's get a hologram. No reason to do anything but smith. I really like smithing hologram. However, strong contender for smithing genetic algorithm, because then it gets better faster. Let's do that. It's already at 7. We can get that pretty large. And I think what we're doing with the rest of this act is we're going this way, to that other fire and an elite at the very end. Don't like this battle. Which one do we go for first? I think we go for the Jawworm first, even though it has more life. And then next question is, if we hologram, do we get back a claw or do we get back an FTL? If we hologram right now, we could get back the FTL and it would draw another card. But what would I play other than... Yeah, okay. I think that's the right plan. Hologram, get back the FTL. We still have only played 2 cards, so this draws another card. That gets us closer to playing other things in the deck, but I was really hoping that we would get cool-headed, so we could put out an orb right this turn. Either way, taking no damage here. $4,222. No idea what that means. We are weak this turn. I do want to play a cool-headed. I do want to play a zap more than a strike. Let's play the zap before we play cool-headed. And we're taking 8 damage this turn. I need to kill this Jawworm, and we are very slow at defeating this Jawworm. It's been not great. In fact, do we even... Let's FTL the slime this time. I guess we're hitting the slime again. I was trying to take out the Jawworm first, but it seems like we're having a lot of trouble doing that. Now what do? We could hit the slime. We're probably playing a defend no matter what, because we can't guarantee a kill on the Jawworm. If we play Zap and Claw, there's a 75% chance we take out the slime. Great. $4,222 is the number I must reach. No idea what you're talking about. Chaos is always fun. Steam Barrier is fine. Chaos. I do like Chaos, but it really requires an upgrade. How many upgrades do we need in this deck currently? Hologram. Cool-headed. That's not very much. Let's take a Chaos. This turn had no choices. Just play the cards that make the most sense. Genetic Algorithm is fine here. I guess we play Chaos first. And we play Cool-headed. And Genetic Algorithm. Can we win this turn? We certainly can. I do like a Ball Lightning. Ball Lightning would increase the damage that we're doing by kind of a lot. And it also makes the Chaos a little bit better than it was. Let's take Ball Lightning. We cannot take the Relic. We'll take the Sapphire Key instead. Goodbye, Turnip. And then do we want gold? I mean, I always want gold. Let's take it. More gold. Alright, this is a terrible battle. Terrible, I tell you. We can take out one of the 10s this turn with FTL and Strike. I think that is a good thing to do. And then otherwise, can't block everything. It might be the time to open the Entropic Brew. Let's do that. Could gain more energy. The liquid bronze isn't bad either, but I think I'm going to use this more energy. Take out that one. We still do not necessarily block for everything, unless this is a frost orb. It was not a frost orb. And who are we going after? Probably this one. Really do like my genetic algorithm. Genetic algorithm blocks for almost all that we need. So let's play a dual cast first, see where it lands. Alright, that was excellent. That was an excellent play by that card right there, that orb. Cannot kill either one, so let's focus on the spike slime. And my orb heard me. Focused on the spike slime, that's right. And then this is a victory. We did take some damage in that battle. We used a potion, but honestly, the double Entropic Brew, we were always going to have a problem having those up there. Capacitor I kind of don't want, because having my orb cycle through is kind of what I do want. So let's take another hologram. Holograms are fun. So unfortunately, we cannot click here, because one of the possible searches to find loot is a relic, and you don't get to choose not to take the relic. So we can't click find loot, we just have to leave. Oh well. So I want holograms upgraded, I want chaos upgraded, I want cool-headed upgraded. Let's start with chaos. The sentries. The sentries are one of the worst Act 1 elites for the robot man, because the robot doesn't have targeted attacks. At least not with the orbs. However, we did come here near the end of this act, which does make it a lot easier. Ho-ho. That's a good amount of block right there. Should we play a defend and block for everything, or should we play a zap, which blocks for all but one? Other option is play a strike and take 4 damage. Other option, in addition to those options, are to play one of our potions. We do kind of have a lot of potions up there, so it is useful to play them. The liquid bronze in particular is not bad in this fight, but it is much better in the boss. Let's use a colorless potion, see what's in here. I kind of like the metamorphosis. Get 3 random attacks in our deck. I like that. Let's do that. 3 random attacks. Oh, we got a Hyper Beam. Alright. Hyper Beam does 26 damage to all of them. So all we have to do is get each one of them under 26. That will be pretty easy. So let's defend this turn. Now then. Beam Cell honestly was not the best thing for us to get there. We are going to play all of these cards. Do we play Hologram FTL? Yes, we play Hologram FTL first. We got a Ball Lightning. What does Ball Lightning do for us? It does convert that Frost Orb into 5 block instead of 2 block. So it's kind of like getting 3 block. Or we could trust that next turn we get to Hyper Beam and kill... We probably don't get to kill all of them, though. Beam Cell plus Claw brings you down to 27. Which is not Hyper Beam range, but Go for the Eyes does do that. So I'm not going to play the Ball Lightning, we're just going to defend, and then Beam Cell and Claw. So we're taking 1 this turn, but Hyper Beam defeats pretty much all of them. Pretty much. Not completely. Oh, actually, you know what? We're going to play Hyper Beam twice, because we have a hologram. So let's play the genetic algorithm so that we upgrade it. Hyper Beam, hologram, Hyper Beam. We could get a Dark Orb, we could get another FTL. Or a Melter. Kind of like the Melter, but I think I'd rather have another FTL. And then Bottled Lightning. Do we have a skill that we like to start battles with? I mean, Hologram isn't bad, but you kind of want to draw that in your second hand. Chaos is not bad. Let's start battles with Chaos. Oh no, I took a relic. I took a relic and the run. Alright, the biggest problem with this particular challenge is actually following the rules of the challenge. I took a relic. Let's start over. Abandon run. Alright, let's try again with the defect. And this will be the last run for this stream. But let's not disqualify the run this time. Yep, that's definitely some muscle memory. I could have actually gone 2 more floors so that I would have more options here. Didn't really consider that. You know what? We have a crazy chance. No. This one is a relic. We can't choose it. Let's not make that mistake immediately. So, I'm thinking that we take tons of events and several fires with a shop. Let's do that. And we could choose not to go to the shop and instead go to an elite. So I'm keeping both of these paths open. But let's do tons of events at the beginning. Scary first battle. We could defend, or we could strike. Strike kills 1 of these, which means we would take 8. Whereas defend, we take 6. Defend it is. And then we win this turn. Rebound is fun. Capacitor is not a great thing to start with. And then Overclocked, also not a great thing to start with. So Rebound. Alright, no reason to do that. Can't take relics, so don't reach inside the scrap ooze. Reaching inside the scrap ooze is foolish. It says the acid and sharp objects may hurt. Can't take the golden idol, that's a relic. But we can take some potions. Alright, not the best set of potions. I don't really like the skill or smoke bomb, skill potion or smoke bomb that much, but the power potion is nice. Strike, zap. And we're most of the way through this battle. In fact, we win. A focus potion. Let's replace the smoke bomb. Still don't want a capacitor. Barrage is not terrible, except for the fact that I only have 1 card that creates orbs. but we could take it believing that we'll get more. And that's a pretty easy belief to have. Smith. What do we smith, though? I guess we smith the rebound, because it's better than smithing the barrage right now. And then, do we want to go over there, or do we want to go the original path, which has more fires, less elites? I mean, when you can't take relics, let's do more fires, less elites. There's another capacitor. We could have had 3 capacitors already. Kind of ridiculous. I think what we most want to do here is remove a strike. And then nothing. Alright. Smith another card. Let's smith Zap. Now then, we could choose to go either path here. I think I still like the one I chose. We're going to have an elite at the end. We get 27 gold and the sapphire key. Because who wants a stone? Like, if you found a stone in a chest, would you actually take it? Seriously, who would? And I think we just win here. Yes, we do. Rebound dual cast. I do like my hologram, but hologram is a lot worse in the deck that we are making right now. Could be better, though. Could be better in the future. It kind of acts as a second zap in the deck, which is currently good. Alright, second zap. I don't know if you can hear my cat in the background, but my cat is really upset that I'm not paying attention to her. Alright, the fungi beast, we're going to hit the right one. We might actually use the skill potion in this battle, but I'm not going to use it the first turn. I think we use the skill potion here. Let's see what it has. Chill. Chill is quite nice. Let's take a chill. So we can play the zap. Kind of want to play the zap before the chill. So let's rebound the zap, then play chill. And then we win. Tempest. I mean, we're stuck on 3 energy, so Tempest is not as good as usual, but still, it works well with Barrage. You have to play it a turn before you play Barrage. On the other hand, we can have another Rebound, which gives us a lot of control over the cards we play. It's another basic attack, though. Still, we'll take it. And we'll smith the hologram this time. We can buy potions. We have pretty decent potions, so I think we buy 2. Buying 2 means we get to pick the best of the 2. Well, I'll take the best of these 2, I guess. There we go. And our first elite is a Gremlin Knob. Actually, this potion is not bad for Gremlin Knob. Let's play Rebound Strike, because we want these strikes. They're not as good as some of the other things, but we still want them. You can see how poor our deck is based on this fight right here. Like, what are we supposed to do this turn? We could play another rebound. But honestly, why would we rebound, given what we're drawing next turn? So I think we just do strike, strike. Huh, the Gremlin Knob is still not making us vulnerable. So I haven't used the Ancient Potion yet. I want to rebound either Barrage or Zap. Let's consider how much damage we're doing this turn. So Dual Cast does 16 damage, and it consumes that orb. So that's 16. Zap does 3. If we play them in the right order, so 16 plus 3 is 19. If we play them in the right order, Barrage does 8. I've already forgotten. 16 plus 3 is 9. Is 19. Plus 8 is 27. And then plus 12 is 39. So we could put the Barrage on top and win, or we could put the Dual Cast on top and win next turn. We're winning next turn either one of these cases. If we don't play the Zap, putting the Dual Cast or the Barrage on top doesn't do much. So let's do this. We play Zap, we play Barrage, we play Rebound, Dual Cast. We take 20 damage. It hurts. Cannot take the Bag of Marbles, don't click that. The Block Potion is probably better than the Ancient Potion right now, so let's take the Block Potion. And then we could take a Claw. I do like my Claws. Overclocked is better because of the rebounds. Claw is pretty fine. I think I will take the Claw. One of the reasons I like taking Claw is that it just solves some long battles. And we are smithing here. What are we smithing? Probably Barrage. We still need Barrage to be better. We have the Guardian. Alright, so we can play Claw. We could play Rebound Claw, have the Claw again for next turn, and it will be slightly upgraded. Do we need to play any of these potions? I think I'm going to keep the Block Potion in the background as an idea to play this battle. I think we rebound the Claw again. No. We need Block next turn. Do we just rebound nothing? I think we rebound nothing. So play Rebound last. We play Zap, we play Claw, we play Strike, and we play Rebound. And then next turn we've got 2 Defends. Actually, it's a Hologram and a Defend, which is even better. So Hologram can get back a 0-cost card, like Zap. And then we can Dual Cast. We drew a bunch of defense this turn, which is actually exactly what you want. And then this turn, we draw no defense, which is maybe where the Block Potion comes in. How much damage can we deal, though? This is 12, this is another 12, that's 24, plus the 7 is 31. Oh, we actually are dealing enough damage to flip him back over. All right. And we don't really want another thing on the discard or on the draw pile. Oh, actually we can. If we got another thing on the draw pile, then we could fetch a Defend with the Hologram. So let's put something on the draw pile. Something that we plan not to play. I guess it doesn't matter what it is if we're planning not to play it. Now then, if I play Rebound, these essentially do no damage. If I play Strike, they do 6 damage, which means Strike is better than Rebound. You heard it here first. Strike is better than Rebound. So we hologram a Defend as we planned. We can play the Zap, and we can dual cast again. The dual cast is making the barrage worse. That's the one downside to playing the dual cast. Zap, defend, and then we decide, do we want to play a barrage? We would take 3 more damage because we played barrage, but we would deal 18. I'll do it. We can hologram the barrage if we wanted. We're not going to deal 50 damage here. If we're not dealing 50 damage, what do? We could do hologram, defend, and just get the zap back. We are going to get claw next turn, so yeah, let's do that. So hologram, get the zap, and play both defends. Take 5 damage, do how much? 17. And then this turn, if we rebound the claw, it will do a bunch of damage next turn. Let's do that. And then I guess we strike and then dual cast. And now we just win before we die. That's all we have to do. Win before we die. We can defend, claw, and then hologram, claw. And then we win before we get hit. Great. Don't really care about the colorless potion. Electrodynamics would go very well. Hyper Beam is an option. It's a strange option. Vision is also an option. I think I want Electrodynamics. It really helps with Act 2. And then we skip this chest. Well, Gabriel, thanks for coming to the stream. Have fun with whatever you're going to. Do I care about taking elites at all this act? Not particularly. And if not, then why even go to elites? Let's just not go to the elites. We can knock a bird out of the sky. We could even rebound claw so that it makes it more possible for us to knock a bird out of the sky next turn. So I guess we knock a bird out of the sky and then we block 5 of the remaining damage. So let's take you out first. And then we really want to knock this bird out of the sky, because it's going to have extra attack power. Barrage is normally good in this battle, but not when you have only 1 orb. Electrodynamics is really good in this battle. It's unfortunate that we did not draw it. So I guess we essentially do what we did last turn. We rebound, claw, play barrage to knock him out of the sky, and then defend. We still did not draw the thing that really helps in this one, Electrodynamics. It's at the bottom of the deck, apparently. And we do not have enough attacks to knock a bird out of the sky. So what do? We do have hologram. Hologram allows us to knock a bird out of the sky. So we can play zap, we can play hologram, get back barrage, And then this deals 2, so that knocks that bird out of the sky. And then next turn we know we're drawing electrodynamics, so I don't want to play a dual cast here. And electrodynamics. Followed by zap. Win. Speed potion we don't care about. We also have a full potion belt. Don't care about those. I mean, leap is not bad. Leap is not bad, but is it good? Not really. Let's leave it. The Spheric Guardian. What are we going to do in this battle? There's not a whole lot we can do. I guess we play Rebound, Hologram, Rebound. We are probably going to use the block potion. Rebound, Hologram, Rebound. Claw, of course. We can hologram that claw. And then the defend, of course, but do we defend the 1 or do we strike? I think we strike. This next turn is the painful turn because we are frail and they're doing 11 times 2 damage. Electrodynamics plus barrage does 27 damage. Enough to knock off the shield, but no more than that. The zap is still in our draw pile. So I guess we play the block potion. Block potion, defend. That means we're still taking 7. And we can rebound barrage, or we could play electrodynamics. Rebounding barrage is probably the right plan. Putting barrage on top makes it a lot better next turn because we have the zap next turn. Ooh, we drew electrodynamics and zap. I mean, how good is that? Electrodynamics plus barrage does plenty of damage. Alright. And we get a fire potion. Glad I spent a potion, because we got a potion. And then, do I want another normal enemy or an event? I would prefer an event. Let's see if we get one. We do. It's one where you get relics, so we attack him. We attack Ranwind. Alright, this is one of the ones that I did not want to see. This is a painful one. Huh, what do we do here? I think we use our power potion. I mean, we didn't take the relic that Ranwood had. We just attacked him. We didn't actually steal his stuff. So, it's, I guess, aggravated assault. It's not stealing. It's not mugging. Creative AI? Could be good. Could be bad. It's definitely random. It's worse in this battle because the Chosen is going to make dazes appear whenever we play powers. Still going to take it. 0 cost for a 3-cost card. And then I guess we do defend, and rebound. Rebounding nothing. We drew a loop, which we could have played last turn, in fact. Defend and barrage? Man, this battle is going very slowly. Where's our cards? Apparently all of the cards are in the next one. Zap and electrodynamics is quite nice. We can play hologram to gain a little bit of block. Yeah, it's okay. Let's start with electrodynamics. And then we play zap. This is adding dazed, so next turn is going to be bad. We can hologram zap, which does 8 damage to both of them. I guess we do that. And add more dazed. The fact that we're adding more dazed is real bad. Maybe we should reconsider what we're doing. Maybe we should rebound. Play... No. We don't have any energy. So zap is the only thing we could play. It hurts, but at least we're killing this one this turn now. Even though we're drawing a lot of dazed. Yeah, this is not great. Let's play creative AI. Rebound was probably the better choice. Especially when I keep drawing 3 cost powers. Okay, so... Defend, hologram? Defend, hologram. Please get me out of this battle. I don't like it. It hurts. We got heat sinks and capacitor. Okay, this is going very poorly. And we're facing 31 damage. The claw does 5, the strike does 6. That's 11. 11 plus the 9 is 20. Even with the fire potion, that's not enough to exit the battle. I could use all of my potions and exit the battle. That would be using all 3 potions in this one battle. But honestly, this 31 damage is really bad. So let's do it. Use all of the potions. And get out of here. We at least got a potion back. Could take a charge battery. That is quite nice. We're going to take that charge battery. Okay, we cannot take relics. Always remember, we cannot take relics. The Seek is very expensive, but otherwise I want it. The machine learning isn't bad. I would really like to see Glacier, which we do not see. Definitely remove a card. Our strikes are really bad in this deck. And then what? Machine learning is fine. Is it better than fine? It's kind of good, actually. Let's take machine learning. And then I could take a potion. All of these potions are not bad. We are not planning to go to elites in this act, so maybe we will just collect potions normally. There's also another shop, so let's leave. Save our money for the next shop. I will smith. The electrodynamics is not the worst smith, but it's also not the best. You just get 1 more lightning orb. Machine learning starts in your opening hand. That can be good, but it could also be bad, actually. The claw only does a little bit more damage the first time. We could take the dual cast upgrade or another rebound. I think we will take machine learning. Usually not what I want, though, which means maybe it's not the right answer. Ooh, remove strikes, receive bites. I don't want it. That would be adding 3 cards to the deck. Even though the bites are not too bad, adding all of those cards to the deck is kind of bad. It makes the deck a lot less consistent. Alright, sorry, but no. This is one of the reasons why you don't want machine learning in your opening hand, because you can't draw block cards as consistently. Could just do defend, hologram, defend. Or we could sacrifice 5 life to play machine learning. You are going to buff strength next turn, no matter what we do. So let's defend. Defend, hologram, defend. Don't feel good about it, but there we are. Ooh, you did not buff strength. I'm very surprised by that. I want to play charge battery this turn, so electrodynamics, charge battery, and zap. And I believe we're getting somewhat lucky here. We do have 4 energy this turn. We didn't actually need 4 energy, but that's a surprise. It's because neither are attacking. Maybe we play rebound, rebound, claw. Just make it so that we have a bunch of rebound and a claw next turn. Let's do that. Rebound, rebound, claw. So we've got our rebound and our claw, as expected. And we have a zap. The zap does 8 damage to both of them. So it might be better than rebounding the claw. Rebounding the zap instead. Rebound a zap. We don't quite win this turn, and we cannot defend a whole lot. So this turn we've got to do something. The dual cast helps kind of a lot. So does the barrage. Can we kill both of them? We can definitely kill the left one with a zap, a barrage, and a dual cast. And I guess we start there. So zap, barrage first, and then dual cast. And then we win. Hurrah. We could take another rebound. I think we actually want the Steam Barrier. Having a block card that we can get back with hologram and play for 0, actually quite nice. We get gold. Hooray. If I found a chest that had a pen nib in it, I don't think I would take it. That's just not the thing I would take if I found it in a chest. Just like a chest out there in the world. We can hologram. This battle is going to hurt too. I don't like how many times the battles hurt. We can hologram the charge battery. Let's start there. I think we are definitely doing that much. So that blocks most of the incoming damage. And then we of course play zap. The question is, do we rebound anything? I think we rebound barrage. And we do not rebound a rebound. We rebound a barrage. So, oh actually, if we're getting electrodynamics, maybe rebounding a zap is better than rebounding a barrage. Yeah, let's do that. So we want this one to die. Or that one. This one. Rebound the zap. Barrage this one, claw this one. And then we're taking damage this turn, but next turn we should kill that right one with electrodynamics and a zap. So the right one is dead. We could play a steam barrier, of course. And then playing the strike doesn't do much, so let's play the defend and the defend. We're still taking damage. Don't like how we are slowly losing our health over the course of these battles. It's a good sign that things are not going out the way you want them to. Charge battery and steam barrier are a must. Strike kills this one. And then defend defends it all. Actually, the defend did nothing. And then of course we win now. Great. Survived, but still losing health. Stack. Stack plus. So one of the reasons not to choose Stack Plus here is that when we play the powers, they don't get discarded. And when we rebound things, they don't go in the discard pile. So our discard pile doesn't grow at the rate of 5 cards a turn. It grows slower than that. And therefore, the stack isn't as good. Even with the plus on it. I think we'll skip. And let's rest this time. Go to the shop, and in the shop, what do? We could get a turbo. Don't mind turbo. Another hologram. So many holograms. Turbo is better with holograms. We have one hologram in the deck. We could take card remove, but we can't take card remove and turbo. I think we just want card remove. Get rid of the strikes. We could get 5 apparitions. You know, apparitions are good. They're pretty good in the Defect. So they're good in the Watcher, like we saw last time. Getting apparitions are good with the Watcher. With the Defect, they are also quite good. Part of that is because you can have Frost Orbs that automatically block for as much as what gets dealt when you have apparitions out. And part of it is it gives you lots of turns to put your powers out. We don't have that many powers yet. But we do have Claw. Let's take the apparitions. And no reason to do that. Can't take the relic anyway. So now that we have apparitions, I really want to smith apparitions. I'm glad we rested before we got the apparitions, by the way. That way we got essentially a full heal instead of a partial heal. Let's smith these apparitions so that we can be intangible when we want to become intangible. So this apparition is not the best. We won't play that one. Machine learning, charge battery, hologram. That apparition also doesn't do anything. Apparitions also really work well with Echo Form, which is a Defect card that I would be happy to have in this deck. There's nothing that I want to rebound, so I think we play Electrodynamics, Strike, Rebound. And this turn, playing Apparition is pretty good. Do we want to rebound something like Barrage? I do. Part of the reason is that I want to have 5 cards next turn. Well, we're going to have 5 cards. I want to draw 5 from the draw pile next turn, so that this Claw and this Apparition end up in the deck before we shuffle. So I do want to rebound something. Rebounding the Barrage seems just fine. We played an Apparition this turn. Whoops. Okay, well, sure. So we don't play this Apparition, there's no reason to. We definitely play Claw. Forgot that we drew 1 extra, so that whole plan last turn didn't work when we already have played what is the card? Machine Learning? So that plan was a bust. The only reason to play this Apparition is if we play both of them. And I really want to keep this one in the deck for the second part of this battle, so we're not going to play them. Let's block as much as we can, which is admittedly not much. We're going to take some damage. I'm very worried about this fight, by the way. We have not done well in it so far, and that is kind of what I expected, is to not do well in this one. I think we play the Charge Battery, we play a Rebound, Hologram, and the Charge Battery. Actually, let's Hologram the Charge Battery, and then Rebound the Charge Battery. That gives us lots of energy next turn, although we can't draw cards. We don't have a deck that draws that many cards. So we can play all of these, but was that beneficial? Should have rebounded the Hologram, actually. My basic plan for this battle is to play Claw as much as I can. I haven't really been able to play Claw extra times. Even though I have Hologram and 2 rebounds in the deck, I've never drawn them in a way that we could play Claw multiple times. So my general plan for this battle has not come together, by the way. It has just been very poor. $27 damage incoming. We of course play Claw. We play a Charge Battery. Probably should have rebounded that Charge Battery. In fact, I think we lose. We lose right here. Because we can defend only as much as he's attacking. So we lose. Even if I did not lose this turn, I think I was very, very likely to lose this battle. The deck really never came together, and honestly, I think part of that is because I skipped lots of elites. The elites have a better chance of rare cards, and I really needed some more cards in this deck. So that's it for today. Unfortunately, no successes this time. I did technically beat my Defect personal best, but I do have the overall challenge personal best, which I did not beat. So I can put that on the screen while I'm saying it, I think. Yeah, there we go. So the challenge is the One Relic challenge, and I don't think you can actually see the part of the screen that I'm trying to focus on. Let's go like this. Okay, great. So this is the One Relic challenge. This is what we had before. The Ironclad won in Act 2, and we had no runs with the Watcher. So our Watcher played in Ascension 4. I said Act 2, I meant Ascension 2. The Watcher died in Ascension 4, and the Defect died in Ascension 4. Both of them beat the Silent, Defect, and Watcher personal bests, but honestly, none of them came close to the Ironclad personal best. So I made progress in the Defect and the Watcher, but not the overall category. And, oh well, we'll try to beat my personal best in this category a future time. That's going to be it for the stream today. Thanks for coming. I hope we can win some ones in the future, although honestly, I've got some of my most difficult challenges coming up next, so I'm not sure if we're going to win next time, but we're at least going to set some new character personal bests. We'll see. Thanks for coming. Hope to see you next time.